on home to the asylum. Never alone in the asylum. Anarchy ruled, it was wild, but through it all you never smiled. Joke's on you, I'm in your head, so look who's laughing now. Remember in Arkham City, I killed your girl, so pretty. That was the night you let me die. But when I looked you in the eye, that's when I knew we'd be together. Look who's laughing now.
I'm Bobby.
I'm stuck in your head and I'm laughing. Ah, I feel you dread and I can't stop laughing. Your parents are dead and I can't stop laughing. What else can I do? Now I'm part of you. I am the clown, prince of crime.
What's up?
And we've had a hell of a time. You're part of me, I'm part of you. And now there's nothing left to do. I just can't wait till I'm in control. Who'll be laughing then? I drove you round the bend and I'm laughing. I'm with you till the end and I can't stop laughing. I killed all your friends and I can't stop laughing. Oh, yeah. Think I can taste your fear. Now that my time is near. I'm in your blood, I'm so alive. I only wish you'd let me drive. It won't be long till I make you kill. Who'll be laughing then? Barbara's dead and I'm laughing. Ah! Jason Todd's dead and I can't stop laughing. I'm even dead and I can't stop laughing. What else can I do? Now I'm part of you. I drove you round the bend and I'm laughing. I'm with you till the end and I can't stop laughing. I killed all your friends and I can't stop laughing. I'm cock-a-doodle-doo. All because of you. I'm stuck in your head and I'm laughing. Ah, I fill you with dread and I can't stop laughing. Your parents are dead and I can't stop laughing. I'm stuck in your head and I'm laughing. I filled you with dread and I can't stop laughing. Your parents are dead and I can't stop laughing. What else can I do? Now I'm part of you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've missed you. But here we are, ready to rock and roll. No doubt we will hear about Bloodborne, Silk Song. What else would be cool? Concord 3. They're skipping 2, just getting right to the point. It's gonna be a good day. Strike that. I think people are getting a little ahead of themselves. I've seen some people say like, oh, I actually think it would make a lot of sense for them to release a trailer for Bloodborne 2 remake, remaster, sequel, whatever, because of all the blowback they've gotten with Concord, blah, blah, blah. Listen, baby darling. I agree. It would be good for their brand right now to have something like that. That's amazing and is great. It would also be amazing for them if they announced that like GTA 6 were a console exclusive and like is coming out tomorrow. Absolutely. That would all be great, but that's not happening. It would be great for me if I were a billionaire. That's not happening. So like, let's just keep the expectations in check a little bit, you know? What I fully expect to happen today is that we will get a look at many fairly underwhelming things. I think we'll see probably, you know, there's been rumors that parts of it have been leaked or whatever, but I think thank you. I'll read that in just a second. I think we'll probably see like some remaster stuff, whether that's Horizon or not, time will tell. There's been rumors of like a Days Gone remaster as well. I think we see that. I think they show us the Lego Horizon game again, because again, Herman Holst is at the top of PlayStation right now, and Horizon is his baby. He's from Guerrilla Games, so he's just gonna drown everybody in that. Other than that, I mean, I think you'll see a lot of third-party stuff. I think you'll see some VR games that you're not going to play. Maybe that Batman Arkham Shadows, whatever. Maybe we see that. But if anybody's expecting that, like, oh, they're going to reveal Ghost of Tsushima 2 or something, I don't personally expect that to happen. Death Stranding 2, yeah, potentially another trailer. I mean, I would guess it's like another 2-minute thing that doesn't make any sense, but that looks cool. I don't think they're going to reveal like any firm release date. They might be like holiday 2025 or something, but I don't think they'll be more specific than that. So yeah, I guess I'm just a cynical prick, but I just don't expect today to be that shocking, because again, the tradition for PlayStation is if it's a big announcement, it goes in a showcase. And if it's a not so big announcement, it goes in the state of play. And so this happens to be a state of play, which implies indirectly that this is going to be probably filled with lesser tier announcements, which is fine as long as you go into it with that expectation. And my only fear is that I see a lot of people that are like, this is the day. This is like the Bloodborne 2, day of announcement. I don't think that they're going to have anything crazy. Yeah, I know, Jana, it's not very hopeful of me, but let's just be, I would say, realistic here. I just would not, I have a lot of runway on getting excited, right? They can surprise me. They can blow me away. But they'd have to really screw up for me to leave this being underwhelmed, Because my expectations are like down here. But if they drop any big thing, I will walk away from today being giddy. So I think I'm primed to be more excited and to have a better time. For anybody asking, yes, it is happening. It will be launching off in about 10 minutes is when they're going to start. It will last about 30 minutes. They said over 30, which typically means like 31, 32 minutes. That would be my guess. But thank you to everybody who popped in and resubbed on Twitch over the evening. And also to the people throwing stuff over on YouTube. Logan, thank you for the 2. Please buy Ubi. It should cost you like $12. I actually have been digging around for a good chunk of today into Ubisoft financials to see if there's any indications of a potential buyout, because I thought, maybe that's why they're like, there's rumors of a delay for Shadows. Maybe that's why they're being really weird right now, because there's just a lot of like weird things happening. But it's tough to say, because like let me see if I can find the same chart I had before. Was it Ubisoft Finance, or not Ubisoft, Yahoo Finance? Like everybody's memeing on the stock price, which is totally fair, but I wanted to know volume. One of these sites I went to just had a dedicated chart. Basically, when there's a company that's about to be bought off, often you'll see like, I think it was Reuters. Yeah. You'll see a ton of volume out of nowhere, which is usually a little odd, because it's like, how does that make sense? Why are people all of a sudden buying it a lot more? And usually it's because they are prepping for a buyout. So insiders will start buying up shares when the price is low, because they're expecting the offer to come in at $20 a share. And so if they bought down here, they would make a ton of money. They'd make $8 a share on each of those purchases. So if a buyout is coming, now would be a great time to buy, assuming the price is, going to be higher than what you have. But if you look at volume charts, there isn't like a sudden influx of that. I can't pull up maybe I can, ATVI. Do they? No, they don't. I was going to say, prior to Activision being bought out, you would see like a number. Oh, the sound's starting. You would see a big spike in green in here. When there was like, oh, they're going to get bought out, there's a huge spike in green because insiders started buying up tons of shares because they wanted to make the most money on the back end, giggity. And I just don't see that with Ubisoft. It seems like big institutional holders are just steadily selling off, which maybe there is a buyout coming and Ubisoft's just keeping it super hush hush. But I don't see any indicators in the financials or in their behaviors recently to indicate that. We will see. We will see. I think that would lead like to the best possible outcome for them. I think that's how they could make the most out of this tough situation, because there are companies, most investing firms that analyze Ubisoft say that they are worth probably between $20 and $25 a share if you convert to USD. And the fact that they're trading for like 12 should tell you how little confidence investors have in that company's executive leadership. And so if they can replace that executive leadership, they should go up to like 20 to $25 a share. So for somebody wanting to buy them out, there's a play to be made there. I mean, there really is, I think, a lot of money to be made. It's just whether or not like Ubisoft is willing to sell, which in the past, they've not been. Back in 2014, they were almost bought out by Vivendi, and they fought that off tooth and nail. They pulled every poison pill tactic you can to avoid that buyout. So I would be very surprised if they do it now. Maybe Tencent will buy more shares and keep Ubi as is. They can't. They signed a deal that says they cannot own more than 9.99% of Ubisoft for 8 years. So even if Tencent wanted to dig them out of this, they can't. They'd have to, maybe there's like a clause where they can void the contract and like undo that and then still buy it. But my understanding is that deal is locked in with regulators and stuff, and they can't just pivot off. So it's interesting. Let's see, where am I? Logan, I see your second super chat. If I say that, I'm going to be clipped into oblivion, so I'm not. I'm sure you understand. It's your boy Hans. What? That's a name too. Oh, baby. Thank you for the 2. Possible Splinter Cell or save for Ubi. I don't think at this state of play. I just frankly don't think so. Joel, what would you expect to see in Hogwarts Legacy Director's Cut? I mean, I'm hopeful we get just some improved graphics, maybe like real ray tracing. Don't tell Sony, but like not just PS5 Pro enhanced stuff, but like really pushing it. Other than that, like I really don't know what you'd include in it because I don't think they're doing any DLC, but we'll see. Hey, don't shit on the pisser now. Where's all my Concord lovers? Yeah, that's a very, very valid question. I think 3 of them are still around somewhere. Jack, thank you for the 2. Ready to see Luke be disappointed. They'd have to really screw up this event for me to be disappointed. Because again, my expectations are low. But if they come out swinging with like Fair Games and Concord re-release, like, which I think there's a good chance of that. I think I'd still somehow be managed to be disappointed, you know? Did Star Wars Outlaws flop? No, flop has a very particular like meaning. Flop is like, at the very least, lost money. Star Wars Outlaws, it seems like it's just not selling as quickly as they would like it to have. You know, so it's a subtle difference, I guess, but basically it just means that like if this is the break-even point, if we just like chart it, okay, this is how much it costs to make. Of course, in a perfect world, the game release is here, right? And then this is time. In a perfect world, it just skyrockets and immediately within like a day or two passes the break-even point, and then all of this is profit, right? That's in an ideal world. That's what you get with like a Black Myth Wukong. It looks like what's happening with Star Wars Outlaws is more of a... So it's gonna break even. It will pay for itself. It's just gonna take a year, 6 months to a year. Which, to be fair, people might be like, yep, that's what Ubisoft gets. Alan Wake 2 is still not profitable. Okay, Alan Wake 2, which a lot of people love, is still like clawing to break even. So like I know like they like play these games for the long term and they aim to sell them over long term periods and stuff, but it's just important to note that not every game is budgeted and like priced to break even or to make tons of money day one. You know, it's just, these games are stupid expensive to make and it takes a long time to get there. Yeah, not a flop, just underperforming expectations, but you know, you can like, if I'm trying to think of an example, like I can go to In-N-Out, and after hearing all of the crazy hype around In-N-Out, I can buy whatever meal, and it probably is not going to live up to the expectations I had, but it could still be good. You know, like it could still be a good meal, just not as good as I was hoping it would be, but still a really solid burger and fries at a good price. That's my story with In-N-Out. Is everybody's like, it's so amazing. I'm going to wait in line for 6 hours. And I'm like, it's not bad, but it's not like amazing. I'm sorry. Come at me. This is... this is what gets me canceled. Is the In-N-Out blasphemy. Yeah, Whataburger is very good. I'll give you that. Yeah, having grown up and spent a lot of my childhood in Texas, Whataburger is primo. Sure is. Let's try to get through the rest of these before we get going, because once the show starts, just full transparency, you're free to send me money and throw money at me through super chats, but I cannot guarantee we'll read them during, well, I can. We're not going to read them during the presentation and stuff because it'll be a distraction. So again, feel free to throw money at me, but I won't be able to read those messages until afterwards. Okay. Let's see. Blake says, oof, Ubi and hot water after Funko Pop advertising with the one-legged Tory gate they pulled out of the Tokyo Game Show. Yeah, I unironically feel bad for them because it doesn't seem like they designed that statue. It seems like the merch partner company they hired designed that statue, and now Ubisoft is the one getting the blowback for it. I don't know if they actually designed it or whatever. Still, it probably should have been caught because that's a big oopsie. The way I heard it described was they were like, imagine if there was a Spider-Man like Funko Pop of Spider-Man swinging through New York City, but he's swinging on like a half collapsed, one of the half collapsed Twin Towers or something. Like it's just a really bad, like it's bad. and I can see that. I can see why people would be upset about that. But if they didn't design it, that just sucks. Still, they signed off on it. Again, it's a stupid mistake to make, but what are you gonna do? Less than a minute. Oh God, Brian. Oh no, thank you for providing a worthwhile distraction from my studying. Now you are being a prick, though not a cynic. Thank you. Jacob, thank you for that. Here's a small contribution for your candle fund. Maybe a soothing one if PlayStation does not deliver. Dude, for real, I'm going to need it. 40 seconds left. I'm starting to look into gaming PCs. Advice on where to start. Custom built. Doing myself. Best Buy. Custom built if you can. Reddit is an amazing tool. Shockwave, thank you for the 2. Let's go. Concord re-release trailer. Let's get it. Russell, Bloodborne PC port announcement for sure. This time I haven't taken my meds. I don't think I have either. I think we're all in for a treat. Okay, I've run out of time. I'm sorry, everybody. I will get to the rest, but the show is about to start. Are you ready? Bets 90% re-releases. Probably. Here we go, fam. New segment. It's happening. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The PlayStation Remaster Bonanza. Let's see it. I'm guessing 2 remasters. That's where I'm putting my money, okay? That's my guess. Also, everybody say hi to the YouTube chat. Say hi to the clip chat, because everybody's going to watch this. Why is there like a little green bar on this? Okay, that's freaking adorable. Okay. They got her from Stellar Blade. Is that what that is? I think so. That's good. Yeah, Astrobot unironically carrying PlayStation right now.
I'm Nicolas Doucet, the studio head at Team Asobi. We couldn't be happier with the reception to Astrobot and to see how much joy Astro is bringing to homes all around the world. On behalf of Team Asobi, thank you so much. Now, we still have a few surprises up our sleeves. Today's trailer was a sneak peek at the DLC we'll release later this year at no additional cost. We'll have more to share soon. But for now, let's enjoy the state of play.
Start out, get some goodwill, get people happy, remind them that you have some good stuff.
Listen to me, burnt one. If you're intending to walk the midnight walk, you better be sure to keep your spark safe and burning.
While I was in the black, I had a dream.
I love
There was a
spooky stuff like
monster in
this.
the woods.
Handcrafted.
You go like a moth into the burning light. Thank you.
Who took the sun away?
PS5 or PSVR 2. I'll tell you what, I love me some trippy, dippy stuff like this. I love claymation, I love horror stuff, I love Tim Burton.
And a small flame took a wander down the midnight walk.
Oh. Yeah, that's like exactly up my aisle. I not for everybody, but I love that kind of thing. I'll tell you what right now.
I don't remember when it happened, but I remember how I felt. Father told us to hide when they came to our house. Then they took him away.
I mean, this game looks like a downright bummer.
Mother said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick, but we would be okay. Mother always said monsters didn't exist. I thought they lived under my bed. We were both wrong. They live inside our heads.
I can smell the Death Stranding inspiration from here. Do you guys get it too? I get that wafting smell. Hell is us. Not really sure what that game is, but it's a thing.
My story is a tale of rules.
I wonder what this is.
By nuclear fire.
Oh, hey, Serdar!
Have you seen Yana?
Something happened.
She's in no state to be wandering out in the metro alone. I need to go after her. Their bodies arranged in some sort of ritual. Please, just let Yana be all right. What is that?
Didn't they already reveal Metro for VR? Or am I just making that up? I could have sworn I've seen this before.
Did you not hear any of that?
Not like this exact trailer.
Is that you?
Okay, I'm not crazy.
I'm
Okay.
seeing things. Hearing things. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Sometimes we need to become the thing we fear. To prevent something worse.
More VR games, cool. I'm glad to see they're not giving up on it.
So, how did it feel to learn the truth about the night sky tragedy? Long ago, you humans slaughtered each other until the whole world lay in ruins. And yet, you have been granted
what's
another
this?
chance in Auroria. It must be the will of your beloved mother goddess. However, I still have no trust in your kind. Prove yourself. If you survive this trial, perhaps you might become one of us.
That's one to keep an eye on. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. Pal World. Who said Lawsuit World? Out today on PS5. Wow.
Thanks to Pocket Pair for that new look at Pal World, an incredible open world survival game that's launching today on the PlayStation 5 console. We have a few more games with breaking news today, starting with the return of two beloved RPGs from the original PlayStation.
The return. Remastered collection. Do these count towards my 2? I said I'm guessing 2 remasters. Damn it. Because no way this is it. I think we get these and we get Horizon and...
Together, Lunar, the Silver Star story complete, and Lunar 2, Eternal Blue complete, with updated visuals, widescreen mode, and more.
I'm gonna get copyright struck if I play that sound, right? Probably. You can count the pixels. 7 out of 10. I can see the pixels in this 8-bit game or 16-bit game. How dare you?
Ninja Turtles, Shredder's Revenge.
Oh.
First, the Radical Reptiles DLC, which adds Mondo Gecko and Mona Lisa as playable characters.
Mondo Gecko.
And for no extra cost, a remixed in-game soundtrack featuring some amazing guest composers. Both of these updates arrive later today.
I don't know, now we got games with turtles in them. When is this woke stuff gonna stop? It's getting out of control. Now we're focused on frog representation. Damn it. Oh, look who it is.
Taking on another form?
And yes, you heard right. Keanu Reeves is joining Sonic X
gonna
Shadow
say, it sounds like
Generations
Keanu
as
Reeves.
part of the upcoming Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack. This update is inspired by scenes from the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie and arrives December 12th. The Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie pack is included in the Digital Deluxe Edition, which lets you play the game 3 days ahead of its October 25th release date.
Huh.
Hello, State of Play. I'm Sakaguchi, プロデューサー of Fantasy and Neo Dimension. 手作りのジオラマを使ったファンタジアンネオディメンジョン150も作りました。そして
handmade dioramas. Oh, that's trippy as hell. Yeah, not my style, but I'm sure a lot of people are giddy to see it, you know. I like how they had the head of whatever global third-party relations come out and like have them just say, "Hey, we got more. We got more. Don't turn off the stream. Please stay. We just have to run through these." Because I really wonder if they make these other companies pay for a slot here or if they just show it themselves. Oh, that's coming to PS4 as well.
From the release of Dragon Age the Veilguard, let's check in with BioWare and Electronic Arts for an extended look at a climactic battle.
Let's see it. Let's see it. Are you ready for all the people in the chat to say this looks garbage?
Word from the wardens.
Even though I think it looks very
Not
good
yet,
and I've played it a
but
lot.
They found something else worth killing. One of her blighted dragons.
Rook, you made it. Good.
Wouldn't miss it. We have unfinished business with that dragon.
We've tracked it to a ruined tower nearby.
That lair is a death trap. We need to lure her out to have
1000% this is running on like a PS5 Pro at 30 frames. That's what it looks like to me. 1000%. Maybe a base PS5, but I'm guessing they'd push it. So.
Just you and me now.
Everyone, get ready.
Wardens! Ready ballistas! Wait for it.
It's gonna be a dragon.
Come on.
It's gonna be a dragon. It's gonna come up and say, "It's my age, bitch." Wow, missed. Point blank,
Hit the
basically,
wings.
too.
Force her to land. Second detachment. Flank on the walls. Let's go.
Quick recovering. synergy abilities. Oh yeah, all of it. All of it. This looks easy to code. Okay, that's a clever insult. I'll give you that one. I know we're all like joking and memeing and stuff. I unironically, straight up, real talk, look here, look, listen. I've played a lot of Dragon Age the Veilguard. I really liked what I played. I think it looks really good. I understand some people are triggered and upset about different things. More power to everybody, like whatever, nobody's forcing you to buy it. But I'm very excited for it after playing a lot of it, and I don't know, come at me. But to be fair, I also like Assassin's Creed usually. So that should tell you all you need to know about me, right? Oh God.
Second dragon!
Now, flop or not? No, I don't think so. Apparently pre-order numbers are actually pretty strong. So it looks like the whatever outrage on X is not affecting pre-orders. Their corporate people are saying pre-orders are good. Oh!
Gillenane.
Consume their flesh! Shatter their bones! Your battle is already lost.
Oh, baby. Yeah, I'm very excited. I think it looks good.
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls.
Oh. Oh.
The FBC's research department set up a facility.
Oh.
The Lake House. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, I would have just kept on driving.
Yummy. It's the sequel, Mr. John Wake.
The Lake House.
Oh, there you go.
Give up the firearm!
Oh. They doing Hitman VR? Okay. Okay. I see what we got. I see what we're doing. Dude, the slow. Right in the dome. That's cool. I love the clearly photoshopped on headset. That's good. Yeah, that's good. That's funny. Okay, well there you go.
Few know the truth.
Okay, who said Diddy hands? Henry? Because of the... Okay. That's why we can't have nice things.
For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward.
Yeah, this leaked, right?
Agony.
Wah, wah, wah.
The fate of this world was preordained in an instant.
Does this count towards my remaster title or total?
Madness is this?
so changed.
I was not prepared for what lay beyond this threshold.
The future has always been written.
Don't fight it, Raziel.
1 and 2. It's a Spire, so who knows if it ever comes out, but...
Legacy of Kain's Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered arrives December 10th, celebrating the 25th anniversary of the first game's release.
Okay.
You sure we can?
Does that count as one of the remasters
Games from the original
or two?
PlayStation era also inspired Fear the Spotlight from Blumhouse Games. It brings atmospheric polygonal scares to PS5 and PS4 on October 22nd.
I think they showed this off at SGF too.
Just go home, Viv. I'm happy here. So happy.
At last, we've returned to our ancestral land, Agaspa.
Build villages and nurture vast ecosystems in Towers of Agasba. This colorful world includes unique creatures, a peculiar cast of characters, and also allows you to invite other players to visit your island. Towers of Agasba launches into early access this November. Up next, Epic Games brings a split-screen mode to LEGO Fortnite this October. This feature enables friends and family to explore the world and build villages together while playing on the same PS5 or PS4. And in other Fortnite news, the new Fortnite Limited Edition DualSense wireless controller arrives later this year, with pre-orders starting October 3rd. Visit PlayStation blog for more details. Next, it's 1 versus 1,000 in Dynasty Warriors Origins, and Koei Tecmo Games is ready to share the release date. Let's take a look.
I mean, limited edition, whatever, PlayStation Fortnite controllers were not on my bingo list. So I guess they did surprise me. I'll give them that. Didn't see that coming. They're subverting the expectations. Your expectation is here, they subvert it. You didn't even know what was happening.
And learn what it means to be a hero.
You claim to strive for justice, but have no way to achieve it. Tearing down the system without providing an alternative is mere wanton destruction.
Bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Oreo!
The die has been cast. All that remains is to see this through.
January 17th. I think, I mean, that's a good window. I don't think much else is coming out in January. February, but January is pretty good.
It's burned into my mind.
Monster Hunter. I swear to God, if she's in this trailer, there better be no milk.
Captain.
Oh God,
What's
nobody.
Your team been getting up to?
No mommy
Gil
uppies.
gave special assignments to some of the other units from the expedition.
We're gonna be professional, mature.
This forest is amazing.
She's in the background. I'm watching you all.
My fur isn't built for this kind of weather. That's causing the water currents to surge too.
Oh, water environmental effects. Ooh. We've only really seen the desert maps.
We're intruders.
Oh, man. Look out, there's a new mommy in town. Oh, wow. Okay, well, look at that. Okay. Well, I'm at full mast. How are you guys doing? That's pretty good.
Ours. You respect.
They're so cute. They're carrying the bait. Dude, I'm gonna lose my life to this game. I'm warning you guys, I'm gonna disappear for like 6 months.
That's it. The White Wraith. It's real! Is that what we're after? The White Wraith.
Down there. Someone's in trouble.
It seems we must do a more thorough investigation.
What is that thing? An extinct species.
You're a hunter. You've got a weapon, and you do nothing? Give it to me, and I'll...
It's pretty good. Pretty good. February 28th. Oh, baby. They learned their lesson. They kept her in the background. They knew what you guys would do. Pre-order bonuses. I thought we were canceling games that did this, though. Are we canceling games? We were going to do it for whatever that was earlier this year.
皆さんこんにちは。モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの杉本です。
Oh, I think this is the guy we met in June at Summer Game Fest.
2月28日、世界同日発売に決定いたしました。本日より順次予約を開始しますので、ぜひご予約いただければと思います。PlayStation ストアでご予約いただいた方限定の特典として、PlayStation 5でご覧いただけるデジタルミニアートブックをご用意します。9月26日の23時からは TGS2024 カプコンオンラインプログラムを放送いたします。それでは引き続きモンスターハンターワイルズの情報にご注目ください。
I mean, let's be honest, I don't really need to see any more. I'm here for Monster Hunter. Dangerously so. Dangerously so. Yeah. PlayStation Studios.
Look at those chompers.
Lego Horizon,
Okay,
yep.
trail spots aren't cheap, so let's get started. A hunter with a mysterious past and her very heroic friends are all that stands in the way of an unspeakable evil. Join them as they explore, hunt, collect wacky outfits, and decorate their village. Nailed it. This is awesome. But wait, there's more. With the digital deluxe edition, you get this exciting blue roller thing. And snazzy costumes, like the Shadow Skullboard outfit. And this, I don't know what that is. That or that. Or why they're climbing in that cannon. But look how much fun they're having. Come and join the party.
I recognize this guy's voice. Is it the...
Phew, got it all in.
No, you didn't.
Oh, I forgot to mention the pre-order.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Zatani. We are so excited for everyone to get their hands on LEGO Horizon Adventures when it launches on November 14th. And Aloy has more good news on the horizon.
Are they showing the multiplayer game? No, it's the remaster.
Aloy's
Who
original
am I kidding?
adventure, Horizon Zero Dawn, is being remastered for PS5 and PC by Guerrilla and Nixes. Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered includes more than 10 hours of re-recorded conversation mocap and countless graphical improvements that bring the game to the same visual fidelity as Horizon Forbidden West.
It was already really good though. Like, Okay. I need you guys, the second this is over, start Googling and see if you can find the store page. I want to know how much it is.
Horizon Zero Dawn will arrive October 31st. And anyone who owns the original PS4 version of the game will be able to upgrade to the new PS5 version for $9.99.
Okay. Okay.
Visit PlayStation.
That's what I wanted to know.
And watch the full trailer to see all the enhancements to Aloy's epic quest.
Still probably is not going to beat The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because that had like straight up added content.
Action-packed world of Stellar Blade.
Okay.
A new photo mode lets players set up the perfect picture with your choice of poses, expressions, and filters.
Same thing. We're going to be professional about this. No mommies, nothing like that. Very professional. Milkshake is on the line. Careful. You're walking a tightrope right now.
But that's not all.
Oh, a Nier crossover? Is that what they're doing?
Sci-fi worlds collide in the Stellar Blade and Nier Automata collaboration, coming to Stellar Blade later this year.
Honestly, makes sense. Makes sense.
Now let's talk about what's ahead for PlayStation Plus. First, your monthly games for October are WWE 2K24, Dead Space, and Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. These will be available to all PlayStation Plus members starting October 1st.
What an assortment. Wow.
Meanwhile, our library of PlayStation classics continues to grow, with 2 more fan favorites from the original PlayStation arriving later this year: Blood Omen, Legacy of Kain, and Capcom's Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis, wow.
Naughty Dog fans know September 26th is The Last of Us Day, and we're celebrating by adding the critically acclaimed PS5 hit The Last of Us Part 1 to the PlayStation Plus game catalog this Thursday.
Like, we've already milked you all, so now we'll be generous. Let's see it. What is this? Oh, it's just logo. Oh, a new controller. White. Greenish. Gold, maybe? Can't tell. New plates? Is that what they're trying to show too? Chroma collection. It's just PS5 covers. Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark Cerny.
Hi.
We recently revealed the newest addition to the PlayStation 5 family, PS5 Pro.
Yes, you
alongside several games showcasing the superior frame rates and improved graphics that the new console makes possible. With PS5 Pro, developers have access to 3 key improvements: an upgraded GPU, advanced ray tracing, and AI-driven upscaling that combine to bring developers closer to realizing their unique vision. We're excited for players to get their hands on PlayStation 5 Pro when it launches this November. But in the meantime, here's a look at some of the games that are being enhanced for the new console, including a few titles that we're revealing for the very first time today.
Okay. Here we go. Win me over, Mark. Marcus, win me. Take me. Rebirth, okay. I did see Digital Foundry saying unironically it's a huge upgrade for that. Last was Part 2, okay. Hogwarts Legacy, we heard that. Alan Wake, Stellar Blade. Dragon's Dogma, maybe it'll finally hit 60. Same with Jedi Survivor, maybe we'll finally hit 60. Snake Eater, okay. Dragon Age, no shocker there. First Descendant. Resident Evil Village. Demon Souls. Hogwarts Legacy again. Resi 4. Formula 1. AC Shadows. Spider-Man 2. I mean, they all kind of look the same. I'm gonna be gonna keep it 100. Hate to be that guy, but let's see it. Ghost. No, the foliage doesn't look like Ghost. No, maybe? Oh, Zenless Zone Zero, maybe?
Are beyond the edge of Japan.
Might be Ghost.
People come north to disappear. But you are hunting. And now, every Ronin here is after you. Still think you're the hunter?
I don't think it looks like Ghost. I think it looks different. Like the hair looks, but might be. I like the grass looks different, you know? I don't know. What is it? It is? Let's see, those flowers look like, that grass looks, okay, okay. They were trolling me, okay. Fair enough. That's not Jin. Look at that, wow. Ghost of Yote. Yote? I don't know how to pronounce it. Next year. Not Jin, no, no. So it's not Ghost of Tsushima 2, it's a different thing entirely. What's the over-under on people trying to cancel the game for that? For it being a girl? I think there's gonna be some people freaking out. I can't wait, it's gonna be funny. People gonna lose their minds, and we'll be here to laugh because it's just a video game, and I don't frankly care that much. If the game's good, who gives a crap? But I guess we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's a spin-off. It's not like a direct. It looks like they intentionally, very intentionally, did not do Ghost of Tsushima 2. They are doing something different. It's like its own story with a different character. I don't know. What do you think? Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. Okay. We're going to do this. What would you rate it? What would you rate the state of play? Okay. Multiple choice, ranking. No, not ranking. Can I just do multiple options? I just want like 1 through. Okay, we'll do an A, a B, not a V, a C, a D, or an F. Okay? I'm going to post this to both chats so you guys can all vote on it. Make sure you put it in there. Okay? What would you grade it? Again, C's get degrees. If I had to put it the Ghost announcement at the end, did not expect that, honestly. Everything else in the showcase, Capcom's, Monster Hunter always looks good. But I'd say first party stuff was really lacking, but that's also, it's a state of play. So it's kind of tough to land. Let's see. We got votes coming in. Legacy of Kain. Yeah, that was a surprise. I think for a lot of people that didn't see the leaks earlier today. You know what I'm thinking now? Maybe it's totally unrelated, but do you think Ubisoft heard rumblings that this was going to be revealed today? Do you think maybe they delayed all this stuff with the marketing for Shadows because they didn't want to be to go head to head in marketing with this? I don't know. I'm so disappointed, bro. I wanted Ghost 2 with continuation of Jin's story. Unironically, I think there's going to be a lot of people freaking out over a female protagonist in that game. I think that's stupid. I think the game looks solid from what I can see, but yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be people freaking out about it. Dynasty Warriors does look good too, yeah. No Concord re-release too. I mean, I'll be real, guys. I'll be real. I expected this to be kind of lackluster, which it kind of was until the last reveal, which I didn't expect them to drop that, but maybe they just were like, we gotta do this. So I'll give them that. I'm gonna post the link in chats again, and I'm gonna pin it because I realized I forgot to pin it. Okay. So I'm gonna pin this and then pin this. There we go. So you guys can now respond to it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can find the link much easier. Yeah, there now people are able to actually see it. I'm not used to having 5,600 people here watching live on YouTube, and then another 150 on Twitch. So we're not used to this many people. So chat is a little chaotic, but it's interesting. New Ghost game looks good. Kind of bummed they aren't continuing with Jin's story since the Mongols invade again. Still looking forward to the new game. Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. I was not expecting them to do that. I was expecting them to kind of continue on the story, especially after the DLC and all this, but I don't know. It's very interesting. Ghost still somehow lame graphically. I mean, I just think that with all of these games this generation, we're in a weird spot because everything is diminishing returns, right? If the PS1 generation was here, PS2 big leap, PS3 big leap, PS4 big leap, PS5, the gap between these two is tiny, between this and this, but the gap between this and the next spot is bigger. The gap between these two is really big. The gap between these two is huge. And we're just at a point now where every time there's a new console, it's just a little more underwhelming. And we can't help that we're disappointed by it. It's still something that you just see. But going from the PS4 Pro for Ghost of Tsushima 2 to the PS5, it's just not that big of a leap. So they can push it graphically, but it's not going to look night and day. Lego game, Lego Bloodborne look cool. That better not have been Ghost of Tsushima 2. This is where we break the news to you. There is no Ghost of Tsushima 2. There never was. This was it. Yeah. Watches, there's going to be infighting. I'll tell you what, there's going to be infighting. There's a lot of people that have been raging against AC Shadows for not having just a Japanese male character. But I don't know. I don't know if this is going to do anything. We'll see. Already you can see people mentioning a woman. People losing their minds. It's so stupid. The game looks great. Why are we freaking out, man? Come on. Oh. We'll see. Anyway, everything else I think looked pretty. I think everything else looked pretty solid. Yeah, the vibe check on Tsushima socials are mostly disappointment because of no return of Jin. Well, it's like it's a testament to the first game. People really connect with that character and they wanted to explore more. But on the part of the developers, I can see how maybe they were like, where do we go? Like, we've explored the story. And they did a great job in the first game in Iki Island. So you don't really need to keep pushing it if you feel like the story's been told. So like, I still think it looks good. So we'll see. No fair games, so it was bad. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying before I got distracted, as I usually do. I think I expected them to double down on the live service stuff. It seems like this showcase, they made an active effort to avoid talking about live service at all costs. They were like, no, remember we make the single player stuff that you like. Look at Astrobot. See, it's pretty. Look at even Monster Hunter and Dragon Age and all this other stuff that we have that's enhanced for the PS5 Pro that's coming. And I think it makes sense. I think this was the right choice. I'm just genuinely surprised to see Sony make a good decision after a lot of bad ones, frankly. Oh man. Let's see. Let me catch up on all these, by the way, everybody. Lucas, thank you for that. Odds on Sony having recently greenlit 1,000 Souls-like games, which won't release for like 6 years long after the Souls-like trend has passed. Please don't. Yeah, I think that's very likely. Yeah. Sony right now, they don't really have visionaries at the helm, so they're just kind of chasing stuff. And that's not a great way to plan long-term. Coffee, AC Origins looks better than Ghost. I mean, the art styles are very different. It's hard to say. We also didn't really get a lot of extended gameplay shots, but I'm sure there's going to be comparisons and stuff. LeBron King, thank you for the 2025 Ghost, Mafia, Kingdom Come, GTA 6, Death Stranding 2. Dude, next year's going to be crazy. And you forgot Monster Hunter. Hello. Ring, ring, hello. Monster Hunter. Tell you what. That's going to keep us all busy. Bloodborne not coming to PC after all. I took my meds. Oh, good. You've calmed down. Good. So is that supposed to be Ghost 2? Yep. Krypton. Thank you for that. Yodi might link to Ghost 2 co-op maybe. Link to Ghost 2 co-op maybe. Oh, are you asking if they're like separate games? No, I think like this is Ghost of Tsushima 2. There was never a Ghost of Tsushima 2. This is what they've been working on. I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. Tyler, thank you for the 2. I personally am more excited for Shadows because of ninjas. Yeah, I mean, I think whether or not Shadows overcomes the scandals and the marketing missteps and all the other mistakes that have been drowning that game, I still think it's going to be like a massive open world adventure game. And like a lot of games nowadays, it's kind of one of those junk food games where I imagine you got to turn your brain off. And if you turn your brain off and don't take it too seriously, you can have a good time. And as like an old school Ubisoft fan, I'm used to kind of flipping the switch and just kind of zoning out, just exploring a big world, having fun, looking at stuff. Like, you just don't take it that seriously. But I understand some people don't play games that way. Let's see, Blake. Let's see. Oh, I did read that one. Yeah, about kind of bummed they aren't continuing Jin's story. Midika Marius, thank you for re-upping your membership, by the way. Edwin, thank you for the 2. Do you think Bloodborne will be shown? No. Oh, yeah. And Sean earlier in chat, 21 months. Oh, baby. Good to see you, my friend. 2K in chat. Oh, and it got even crazier. We were up to 5 by the end of this. I used to work out in an In-N-Out in Cali. 6 hours is definitely not worth it. Yeah, dude. When they opened an In-N-Out here in Colorado, there were lines that were 18 hours long. People were waiting for 18 hours. I don't get it. I just frankly don't get it, but JPIK, what's good, gang? Everything is good. Kirby, in regards to the state of play in the gaming industry as a whole, hope lies in dreams and imagination and encourage of those who dare to make dreams into reality, said Jonas Salk. That's true. It's true. That's why I'm bummed we didn't see Fair Games or Concord 2. Joel, or David, Fair Games gameplay reveal. Dude, they literally, maybe they initially planned to showcase more live service game stuff, but they pulled the plug on that. This was full single player, don't be mad at us mode, and I think it was the right choice. Joel, thank you for that. I know it's not perfect, but I have been loving Star Wars Outlaws. I hope they make a sequel. I don't think they will. They've been pretty transparent that they're just moving on to the Division 3. But yeah, I think you can have fun with it. You just kind of have to tolerate some of the other stuff. Where was I? Okay, Dylan, thank you for the 20. Very generous. I think they possibly could be, what they could possibly be doing is what Insomniac did with Spider-Man and did a Miles Morales spin-off to have them eventually work together in Spider-Man 2, which could happen for Ghost of Tsushima 2. That would be awesome. Oh, so you're saying potentially that this is like a Miles Morales release that they will then pair up with Ghost 2 in like a crossover game where the Avengers assemble. Maybe there's the potential. I get the vibe just from how they framed it, and maybe I'm wrong for this. But I get the feeling that this is just what they plan to do. You know, Ghost as a franchise, each game focuses on a different protagonist, and you just leave it there. Which, at the very least, you're not milking, you know, one concept too much or one character story too much. But I don't know. That would be interesting. I think there's some potential for that, but we'll probably find out more in the next day or two as they release more info. But that's an interesting idea. Gage, thank you for the 2. Lego Fortnite split screen was my favorite announcement. I unironically might actually be able to try that with the missus now, because she's throwing it out like, maybe we should try that. That could be a fun game to play together. And I was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to do that in separate rooms, but now we could sit on the couch and do it. Interesting. Skadoodle, maybe. Thank you for the 2. Don't forget Resident Evil 9 next year, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, the rumors abound. There's a decent chance if they target it like next October. Otherwise, I think it gets pushed to 2026. I just think anything coming out in that like October, November window, that's going to be a tough window if GTA actually sticks the landing, you know? Let's see. Where was I? You guys have been very generous. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. Fiery Phoenix, thank you for the 5. I hope they have a Kurosawa mode for Ghost 2. I like that mode. I think eventually they'll do all sorts of stuff with it because it pretty clearly worked. I hope they... Oh, I just read that one. L. Peace Carter. Now we need Tomb Raider with a male protagonist, of course. I would not hold my breath. Just being honest. But maybe they surprise me. They surprise me plenty. Zach, thank you for the 5. What do you think inspired this direction from Sucker Punch? I'm guessing they just sat around after finishing up Ghost and were like, do we really have enough still to explore in Jin's story to make another game with like enough plot points and character arcs and stuff? And maybe they just said, no, we kind of tied everything up, so let's just go with a new character. I can't fault them for doing that. Like, if that's really how they feel, if they're just like, I feel like we don't need to stress it. Like, we've kind of done what we needed to do. Can't really fault them, because I'm sure, I mean, they kind of put it all out on the table for the first game. So if they feel like they've explored all of that this time around, then, you know, why go too much harder than they need to be? Let's see. Okay, where was I? But good question. Isaac, thank you for the 2. You getting a Pro now? I mean, I still don't see much reason to buy a PS5 Pro. Maybe for like Monster Hunter Wilds, if that game is really super duper enhanced, but I still just don't really see the point to play like redone versions of games I've already played 5 times. I don't need it. I just don't need it. Even the games that they're like are upcoming, like Dragon Age or AC Shadows or any of those other games, like I'll play them on PC. So there's just not much reason for me to spend $700 or $800 freaking dollars, you know? Just not much reason. For me, at least. If you don't have a PC, maybe it's easier to be convinced, but if you have a PC, I don't know. Krypton, thank you for that. Sorry, I mean, if Yodi's a spinoff, maybe Ghost 2 will have Jin and we can co-op in Ghost 2 with both characters. Hope that makes sense. Oh, yeah. So like they were saying earlier, where was it? Yeah, somebody mentioned that. Yeah, I think that there's a potential for that if that's what they're actually doing. OG, thank you for that. I still got to get into Ghost of Tsushima. I've tried, but not my usual vibe. The spinoff looks very solid, though. Yeah, I mean, I didn't get into it until I played it on PS5 at 60 frames, and then it clicked with me, and I love that game. But at first, I just couldn't get into it either. But once it clicked for me, it really clicked. Instant Messenger Sama, thank you for the 2. Yoti or Yoti. Can somebody describe how it's pronounced? Let me Google it. Yotei. Yotei, Japan. Do they have like the pronunciation guide? Pronunciation. How to pronounce? Just tell me.
Today we will be focusing on a new word that you might find challenging or
Oh,
intriguing.
this is so
let's
AI
dive into
generated.
today's word. Yotesu, which means expect.
No, this isn't what I wanted. Damn it! I'm trying to be polite and like look it up. How to pronounce. How to pronounce. This?
Yodi.
Yangti.
Okay, two literal opposite. Okay. Never mind. I don't know how to say it. I'm just going to give up. Moving on. It has many female legends to its lore. Yeah, I mean, that's probably why they got inspired to either use the female protagonist or they wanted to use a female protagonist. So they looked there and found that that was a good reason to explain it. But either way. Midiker, Marius, thank you for the 5. Did you see the new game Yakuza Like a Dragon announced the other day? They're going pirate. Will this be a game that gets you into the series? Oh, I played Infinite Wealth. That game was a blast. Like, unironically a blast. Doesn't really fit. Like, that franchise doesn't really fit with my audience. They don't really connect with it. Don't find it as interesting, which is, you know, that happens with a lot of games. Like, I love sim games. But like my audience just isn't that interested in a ton of like, in a ton of stuff, but I don't know. It's just, I love the franchise or I really like the franchise. I don't know about love. I don't know how that standard is reached, but I really like Yakuza. So yeah, I'm already interested, you know, I'm there. Toast, Tsushima took place in 1274. This one said 1603. Jin's already dead by then, so a crossover is impossible. Just have them find the Animus, and then they'll go into the Animus, and then they'll meet Connor, and then they'll do a big crossover with Assassin's Creed. There you go. Boom. Solved. You're welcome. Chris, the match. Thank you for the 2. Was it possibly a prequel? Was that Masako? If you're talking about the ghost thing, I mean, they just said that it's like 400 years later. So I guess Ghost of Tsushima would be the prequel, I suppose. Mike Dememe, thank you for the 5. I wonder how all the Japanese historians are going to react to Yotei. That's what I'm going to go with. There is going to be a lot of grifting. They've ignored Nawe to focus hate towards Yasuke. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We'll see if there's double standards at play or if people move on. I don't know. I don't really care in either which way. Like, if the game's good, I'll have fun playing it. I'm just so tired of all this stuff. I'm so tired. Judson, thank you for the 5. I don't think we are understanding. I don't think our understanding is that Ubisoft is falling apart. Their games are going backwards, not forwards. No, but I think that's even selective, Judson, because there's games like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which is far and away one of the best games they've made in the last like 5-6 years. It is probably the best platformer of this year. 2D platformer, you know, I guess Astrobot you could argue is a better 3D platform because it's a 3D platformer. Whereas Prince of Persia isn't. But Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is unironically a very, very good game, and people just slept on it because it's Ubisoft. But that is a very good game. So in some instances, sure, but like there's games they've released that are steps backwards. There's other games they've released that are steps forward. It's just tough because it's a company of 20,000 people, like 20,000 people, and so some of their stuff kicks off, other stuff they do just does not. But I think the main takeaway for Ubisoft right now is that investors in general have no confidence in the leadership, and gamers have no confidence in the quality of the product. And that is a tough hole to dig yourself out of for sure. Tyler, thank you for the 2. Ghost makes me feel like a samurai more than a ninja. I think it depends on how you play, frankly. And as like the story starts certainly very samurai heavy, and then it kind of shifts more towards the ghost idea. But I think it depends on how you play. Lots of people play it more stealth focused, you know. OS9, thank you for that. Hi, Luke. I know this is considered an old topic now, I think, but can you react to Concord Prove This Is the Worst Thing Gamers Say by Jazarus? I think it's a really funny video. Concord Prove This Is the Worst Thing Gamers Say. I probably can't do it today because Nikki and I are going on a date night. We're finally going to go see the Wolverine movie. The Deadpool Wolverine thing. Still haven't seen it. We don't get out much, but tonight we're gonna go on a little date night and do it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. But if I have it pulled up in a tab, remind me. Well, tomorrow's the podcast, but Friday we could potentially check it out. And thank you for the super chat, my friend. Thank you. Blake. Sorry, guys, I'm catching up. Blake, the new Ghost game takes place 400 years after the first game. Highly doubt they'll be connected like a Miles Morales type game. Maybe Jin is her ancestor. Oh, yeah, maybe you find like his armor or something at some point. You do all sorts of stuff like that, little nods. James, how is there still no Bloodborne? I think it's because they're saving that for the PlayStation 6 as a launch title because they're going to sell that at like $800. And the only way they're going to argue that you should still buy it is because like Bloodborne Remake or Bloodborne 2 is going to be an exclusive to that console. So if you want to play Bloodborne on the PlayStation 6, you're going to have to buy the $800 device. I think that's what they're doing. And I think that makes the most sense. Why else would they be sitting on it? They're sitting on it so they can force you to spend a lot of money to get it. If they released it now, the most they could get out of you is $70. If they wait until like 2028, they can get like $900 out of you for that game. And you know what? You're gonna buy it because you're a little bitch. We all are. Let's be honest. It's a problem, and they know they're gonna get away with it. Let's be real. There'll be a lot of blowback, but they're gonna do it. Let's see. Dylan, do you think they will have a big showcase by the end of the year to show all the games for next year? Because 2025 still looks pretty stacked. I mean, Ghost was the big thing they have next year, other than maybe a Horizon multiplayer game releasing and Concord re-release potentially and Fair Games and Marathon. So Ghost was like the only single player thing they had. So I don't know. I'm guessing they probably like sprinkle in little live service trailers here and there, but I don't think we probably get a big standalone announcement. I don't think they have enough to show, frankly. Like they have Death Stranding, you're right, but Death Stranding isn't a first party game. That's Kojima Productions that they have exclusive whatever stuff for. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I don't think they have that much. Cool Pandas, thank you for the 5. It's other flaws aside, do you think Star Wars Outlaws would have found more mainstream appeal if it had a custom character creator? Maybe, but then you see like Dragon Age, they give one of the most robust character creators in recent memory, and then people are complaining that there's options like vitiligo and skin conditions and stuff. So I don't know. At this point, I don't know anything anymore. It's all a blur. But then you lose out on some of the benefits of having a named character, you know. I don't know. I don't know. Cool. Let's see. Thorn Hopeful. Thank you for the 2. Have you ever played Guild Wars 2? I have not. I've heard people talk about it though. Ahmad, thank you for that. Monster Hunter runs at 30 FPS. Do you think it could be 60 on the Pro? Plus, thanks for your great and honest content. I have much respect for you. Thank you, my friend. I don't know. It sounds like Monster Hunter is limited due to CPU stuff. It only cycles like the little AI for all the monsters and creatures every 30 seconds. So I don't think the PS5 actually changes any of that. So I don't know. It's for me, I wouldn't expect 60 FPS because I don't think that game is graphically held back. I think it's simulation held back, if that makes sense. So maybe they can manage it, but I would be surprised to see that. I'd be surprised to see it. Zach, why no Last of Us 3? Because Naughty Dog was forced to work on a live service game that they had to cancel and do nothing with. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. It's Yote. Okay, Yote. That's how it's pronounced. Okay. Mince, thank you for the 5. Luke, I don't mean this in a bad way, but why does Sony make all of their new games have female protagonists? I am someone who loves female characters. Why does Sony make all of their new games have female protagonists? And I am someone who loves female characters. I actually spoke to somebody that is a character designer that's worked on a lot of these big games. And I asked them, like, what are some of the decisions that you've made recently? And their answer echoed what I heard in a making of documentary for Uncharted 4, where I remember Neil Druckmann, he was talking about how he was talking about their like choice to make Nadine a what was it, South African like mercenary company owner or whatever. And he was like, originally she was designed as this big brawly dude, but then one of the character designers came and asked, what if this character were female? Like, and what if she looked like this? And the philosophy and what Neil Druckmann said in that documentary bit was, why not? And I think that was the that's the general philosophy, because this other person I spoke to echoed the same thing, where they're like, well, why not have this character be female, or why not have this character be trans, or why not have this character be this or that? You know, it's just somebody throws it out as a possibility and they go, why not? Nobody gives a reason for why not, and so they go with it. I really think that that's all it is. It's just somebody at the studio over at like Sucker Punch threw out, why don't we have a female protagonist in Ghost of Yote? Why not? And then they went with it. I honestly don't think there's that much that goes into it. I think it's just they throw something out and go, sure, okay, and just move along. I don't think there's much that goes beyond that. Let's see. Yoni, let me catch up on these as quick as I can. Yoni, why do we not see GT7, Demon Souls, or The Last of Us 2 port? Because they've already done remasters of like The Last of Us 2. They're doing enhancements for Demon Souls, so they did show that during their PS5 Pro whatever thing. They did show that. So they're not doing dedicated trailers or anything, but I don't think they need to, frankly. Dylan, any thoughts on when GTA 7 is going to come out? When, unironically, probably when I am close to retirement age. And I'm not joking. That's probably about when it times out. Gordon, thank you for the 2. How long you think PC will have to wait for GTA? I forget where, I don't know if it was an investor call or what, but it was basically like a year and a half. They said they're estimating about 18 months. That's my guess. Black Roses, thank you for the 10. Very generous. Do you think Sony could pay Rockstar to only release a 30 FPS version to other platforms and make the PS5 Pro the only version to play at 60 FPS or higher to promote the PS5 Pro? No, there's anti-competitive stuff if you're paying for like locking performance and stuff. That was a big talking point in like the FTC hearings in the acquisition of Activision, because Sony was claiming that Microsoft would then limit performance modes in Call of Duty where it played better on Xbox and it played worse on PlayStation. And they were like, that's anti-competitive, blah, 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 which I think is fair. I mean, I don't think that should be allowed. I think that's pretty slimy if they were to do that. If the power is there, if it's just that, hey, the PS5 Pro can run it and the developers choose to make it run at that full capability of running better on this platform, that's a different thing. But what we're saying is like paying to shut down performance and then lying to consumers about it. That's a problem. That's a problem. But, you know, as with most of these things, if there's clear disclosures, they can get away with it, but often there's not. Things are really, really like up in the air and mysterious. As for what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the main takeaway, like Silence is saying in chat though, is whether they can do that. Digital Foundry, anybody else I've spoken to who knows what they're talking about with coding, like even my brother-in-law, he's a programmer, and like I mentioned this 6 months ago or something. I was like, do you think that they'll be able to like scale this up on consoles? No. So I don't think that GTA 6 will run at 60 frames. I just don't expect it to, like even on the PS5 Pro. I think it's just a CPU bottleneck. And so PC, I think, will be the first time you'll be able to crank it to 60. Let's see, where else was I? Sumaya, thank you for that. Luke, AC Shadows pulled out of Tokyo Game Show. When do you think they're going to show more gameplay? I don't know. At this point, I'm thinking there might be a delay. There's something going on with that game. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on. It's a little bizarre because they like, well, there's lots of reporting on stuff behind the scenes apparently. So I have no idea what's going on, but something's happening, something big. I don't know if they delay it a month or two. I don't know if they delay it to early next year. I really don't know. Raphael, thank you for that. I'm on a trip and I saw the stream. Can't watch, but I hope you and the chat have a great time. Hugs and kisses, as you say. Thank you, my friend. Glad that you dropped in, and have a good trip. Thank you. Corbin, thank you for that 5. It's my birthday, and I'm glad I got Alan Wake 2 content. It's my goatee for 2023. Yeah, you sure did. You sure did. And happy birthday, my friend. Happy birthday. Booyah. Booyah. And then Jinx also gave out 5 subs on Twitch. Extremely generous. Thank you, my friend. That was very, very nice of you. Thank you. And then Anubis also, thank you for subbing with Prime. Reddit list, thank you for subbing. Kielbasa, thank you for subbing. That's fantastic. Thank you to all the new followers over on Twitch as well. You guys are great. No Days Gone remaster? Sure didn't have that. Dylan, thank you for the 20. Do you think we would have gotten this Spider-Man 2 DLC if Insomniac didn't get leaked? Also, will you ever return to the good old days when PlayStation focused on quality single-player story-driven games, or are those days gone? I think that we are in the current era of PlayStation for the next like 5 years. Maybe not 5, maybe 3 to 4, because Jim Ryan was a big driving force behind the live service push, but Herman Hulst was also a big driving force behind it, and he still has a job. So I think if like the Horizon game flops, and if like Fair Games flops as well, and especially if Marathon doesn't do well, because that's the $3 billion game. I mean, that's the $3 billion elephant in the room right now at PlayStation. If those games don't succeed, Herman's gone. I'll tell you that right now. They'll probably announce that he's retiring to spend time with his family, but if that goes bad, there's no one else to blame. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think we see this era of PlayStation carry forward for the next 4 years through the end of the generation. I'm sorry, $3 billion? Yeah, they bought Bungie for that game. They bought Bungie for the 3 pillars of their company. This is the whole thing that they talked about. They bought them for Destiny 2, which has been hemorrhaging money. Oopsie. That doesn't really count anymore. The second pillar was a separate game they were developing, so they would have 3 games eventually. It was going to be like a spin-off game. It was going to be huge and big. They canceled it. Oops. And then the third pillar was Marathon. And we're getting Marathon. So they bought Bungie for 3 reasons. 2 of the reasons have blown up in their face. The third reason is Marathon, and everybody's wondering what the hell happens. So I don't know, man. It's a $3 billion thing that people are just wondering about. Okay, let's do this, Jake, real quick, and then I'll call it. New segment. Ghost of Yotei is coming in 2025. I wonder if we will be too. Let's see what they have to say about this. Big surprise announcement. We're so happy to announce Ghost of Yotei. I really hope that's how it's pronounced and you guys aren't just trolling me. I hope. If it's Yotei, I'm not to blame. Chat told me it's Yotei. The latest game from Sucker Punch and the introduction of our new hero, Atsu. When we set out to make a new Ghost game, we wanted to maintain the core pillars established in Ghost of Tsushima, playing as a wandering warrior in feudal Japan, offering freedom to explore at your own pace and highlighting the beauty of the world. We also wanted to continue to innovate, to create something fresh but familiar. We looked beyond Jin Sakai's story and the island of Tsushima and shifted our focus to the idea of the ghost instead. At Sucker Punch, we love origin stories, and we wanted to explore what it could mean to have a new hero wearing a ghost mask and uncovering a new legend. This led us to Ghost of Yotei, a new protagonist, a new story to unfold, and a new region of Japan to explore. While we aren't diving into story specifics today, we can reveal that Atsu's journey takes place in 1603, more than 300 years after the events of Ghost of Tsushima. Our story is set in the land surrounding Mount Yotei, a towering peak in the heart of Etso, an area of Japan known as Hokkaido in present day. In 1603, this area was outside the rule of Japan and filled with sprawling grasslands, snowy tundras, and unexpected dangers. It's a far cry from the organized samurai clans who lived in Tsushima, and it's the setting for an original story we can't wait to tell. All of the screenshots. Lots of stuff. When I saw this shot, I was like, that doesn't look like a dude. That's like a feminine face. I mean, they've kept the art direction up. Goodness. Look at that. Wowza canowza. This is also Sucker Punch's first game built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5, and we're excited to build on the visual foundation we established in Ghost of Tsushima by making the world feel more real. We have massive sight lines that let you look far across the environment, whole new skies featuring twinkling stars and auroras, and even more believable movement from wind on grass and vegetation, and more improvements we'll share in the future. Our new setting also gives us the opportunity to introduce new mechanics, gameplay improvements, and even new weapons. Our trailer today offers a glimpse into this world, but there's so much more to show, and we'll have much more to share in the months ahead, including details about Atsu's journey and the people and animals she'll meet along the way. We are forever grateful for the success of Ghost of Tsushima, and we can't wait for you all to experience Ghost of Yotei in 2025. Man. Dedicated trailer. I didn't think it looked like Ghost initially because like the grass in Ghost of Tsushima was so unique, and these shots, it just didn't look quite the same. But they got me. They got me. We won't forget you, Jin the Ghost. Jin is literally a ghost now. Oh man, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, well there you go. There you go. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be solid. I mean, Sucker Punch knows what they're doing. I think they proved the formula with Ghost of Tsushima. But man, you can see the crazy levels of interest. People are just popping off. I mean, even 51 minutes ago, Monster Hunter Wilds 50,000, Ghost of Yotei 218 in 40 minutes. Some of these aren't synced up. I mean, some of it just takes a little while to sync up. Like whatever you see on the YouTube side, just so you know, on the watch page, this says 220. The number is actually probably closer to 350 to 400. In my experience, typically the number you see on the watch page in the first like probably the first 12 hours of a video going live, this number is about half of what the real number is on the back end. They're just verifying it to make sure it's not like bot farms or view farms or whatever. So do we see a female butt now in Hot Springs? I'm guessing Hot Springs have been cut for that very reason. I'm guessing. But I mean, I didn't see this coming. I was pretty sure that this would just be like a really out of touch live service presentation. I thought this would just be fair games and Concord free to play announcement. And this, I was really expecting it to be a total crapshoot, but they actually managed to surprise me, and I'll give them that. But this is the great thing. My expectations were down here and they came in like right here. So I'm like, wow, they did pretty good. And I'll give it to them. I was not expecting that. Oh yeah, Dylan, as for your early reference, I just realized I didn't answer the first half of your question. Spider-Man 2 DLC, if Insomniac didn't get leaked, I don't think so. I just think if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. I mean, the leaks didn't help, but yeah, I think it just would have been cut regardless. Thank you for the 5, HBK. Thank you for that. Sucker Punch releases a PlayStation blog and Ghost of Yotei. Oh yes. That's why we I saw that. That's why we pulled it up. Matt, thank you for that 5. So what you're saying is Ghost of Yotei could kill the BS multiplayer crap Sony is pushing on us. If it does really well, and all of the live service does really bad, eventually they'll get the message. Eventually, they'll put 2 and 2 together. But they're going to keep trying the live service thing until they've exhausted all the stuff they've already greenlit, you know? Noah, thank you for that 5. Hi, Luke. Wanted to know if you had any thoughts on the new flight sim. How do you think it'll run on Xbox, given the Worlds will be streamed from the cloud? I mean, the Microsoft Flight Simulator runs pretty impressively on Xbox's platform. I don't think I've tried it natively on console. I've tried the xCloud thing, and it runs pretty well that way too. But yeah, I think it'll run as well as you need a simulator like that to run. I mean, you don't need 180 FPS, frankly. I just don't think you need it. They'll put 2 and 2 together, but I'm afraid they'll get a 5 out of it. Maybe, but I just think like these companies ultimately, like, this is why I've also not been that concerned about like the activist participation in gaming, because those games tend to be garbage. Like Dustborn, kind of garbage. So when somebody who's not good at making games decides to come in and make a game because they're gonna like teach you a bunch of things, the games end up being crap and they fail and they lose money. And because these big corporations and companies only really care about the money, eventually after enough flops, they'll put 2 and 2 together and be like, okay, well, we gotta give players what they actually want. It's not that complicated. So like my approach to this is that these things kind of have a way of sorting themselves out with the invisible hand of the free market, you know? If a game is garbage, we won't buy it and it will fail, and more games like that will not be made because they don't want to just like, even the most crazy whatever, like a preachy billionaire businessman, even he doesn't want to lose money. And so eventually he's going to give up on that and be like, okay, well, I'm just going to save that money for my Disney show or whatever he's going to do, you know? So I think they'll generally work themselves out. But you got to vote with your wallet. And that means you also vote for the good stuff, okay? People forget that. People miss that. Yeah. Samaya says, just came from Jor's stream. He was more excited about Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered than Ghost. If that's true, I can't say I'm surprised. I love that about Joe Raptor, is that he's very predictably hardcore into Horizon. I love it. Yeah, what a dork. Oh, Joe Raptor. What a silly goose. What a silly, silly goose. Oh, man. But anyway, as for all this other stuff, I just think like if you see a game that's good that you like and that you want to support, great, throw money at them, buy the game, vote with your wallet. If you see a garbage game that looks like garbage and plays like garbage, don't buy it. Like, it's really not that complicated. They'll eventually work themselves out, you know? Oh man. He's just a silly little guy. Yeah. Just a silly little guy. Oh, Joe Raptor. Yeah, we'll talk to him tomorrow. We'll have lots to talk about. I'll tell you what. Anyway, guys, Xpele, that's it. Pele, thank you for that. Thank you. You are the goat of YouTube. Love your videos. Keep up the masterful content. Thank you, my friend, for some of the Prime. I don't know about goat. I'm just a guy that rambles about stuff, but here we are. I just noticed you were live. WTF. Oh, I'm sorry, Odin. Right as we're wrapping up, too. Jesus. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me. This has been crazy. Probably, it might unironically be like the biggest stream we ever did with like 5,500 people on YouTube, 150 on Twitch. That's crazy. Appreciate you guys. That's amazing. Final results on the poll. How'd you rate the State of Play? 40% of you gave it a C. About a quarter of you gave it a B. Another roughly quarter gave it a D. And then the rest were split between total, flop, or phenomenal. So in general, good enough. You guys gave it a C. Good enough. Good enough. So we'll take that. Yeah, it just got here, just joined. It's okay. Rewind the VOD. You can watch through the whole thing in real time and see all of that stuff, okay? Much love, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow, rocking and rolling, okay? Hugs and kisses. I'll see you very, very soon in like, what, 16 hours? Whatever it is. I don't know. Until then, my friends, much love. Stay safe. Bye-bye.